Pain is something we all experience, but few of us understand its true purpose. Most people run from it, numb it, or avoid it at all costs. But what if I told you that pain isn't the enemy? What if pain is, in fact, your greatest teacher? In this video, we explore why Stoicism, a philosophy followed by great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, teaches us to embrace pain not as a punishment, but as a path to personal growth and inner peace. Stay with us as we uncover the wisdom of the Stoics and learn how to transform pain into power.
Just as nature takes every obstacle, every impediment, and works around it, turns it to its purposes, incorporates it into itself, so too, a rational being can turn each setback into raw material and use it to achieve its goal. The good things which belong to prosperity are to be wished, but the good things that belong to adversity are to be admired. It is in times of hardship that virtue is most clearly seen. For anyone can remain calm in comfort, but only the strong remain unshaken in the face of pain. It is not events themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about those events. Pain is an inevitable part of life, but suffering is a choice we make by how we perceive it. When you embrace pain with the understanding that it is a part of nature, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you accept that pain is part of life's struggle, you can choose to be noble in your endurance of it, rather than consumed by it. No man can be happy if he does not accept his misfortunes and strive to make the best of them. You may not be able to control your circumstances, but you can always control your response. And the wise man chooses to turn pain into a stepping stone for growth, rather than a pit of despair. Remember that nature gave you a body that can endure most things. It is your mind that must learn to accept this. Look to the animals. They do not question pain. They simply endure it as part of their existence. So too must we understand that pain is a natural occurrence, and by aligning with nature, we accept it without resentment. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Pain is like a whetstone. It sharpens the mind, clears away distractions, and brings us closer to the essence of who we are. Do not fear death, but rather fear never living. Pain and death are part of the same natural process, and when you accept both, you free yourself to live fully and without fear. Pain is but a reminder that life is short, and in that brevity lies its beauty. We should not shrink from pain, but embrace it as a fleeting moment in the greater arc of our life. Pain passes, but the lessons it teaches remain forever. A wise man does not fear pain. He welcomes it, knowing that on the other side he will be stronger, wiser, and more complete. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Pain is often a matter of perspective. The Stoics teach us that the way we view pain shapes its impact on us. The more we focus on pain as an enemy, the more we suffer. However, when we change our perception and see pain as an opportunity to cultivate resilience, it no longer holds power over us. Seneca reminds us that our reactions, not external events, define our experience. We acquire virtues by first performing virtuous actions. Pain shapes character. Aristotle believed that virtues, such as courage, wisdom, and resilience, are developed by actively engaging with challenges. The Stoics shared this belief, teaching that it is only through the fire of adversity that we can forge ourselves into the best versions of ourselves. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that obstacles don't block our path. They are the path. Pain, when faced and accepted, builds endurance. This endurance is not just physical, but emotional and mental as well. Each hardship we endure makes us stronger and more capable of withstanding future trials. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Seneca understood that pain is a gift, not one that is enjoyable, but one that strengthens us. Just as physical labor builds a body, enduring mental and emotional hardships builds a mind. Pain and difficulty are part of nature's plan to make us more resilient. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Epictetus taught that true freedom comes from within. Pain, while unavoidable, does not have to control us. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and reactions, we liberate ourselves from suffering. The Stoics saw pain as a tool to realize that freedom. When we master our inner world, the external world loses its ability to dominate us. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. Plato knew that the most important battle we face is not against others, but against ourselves. Pain offers us the chance to conquer our inner weaknesses, fear, doubt, and insecurity. When we overcome these through the crucible of suffering, we emerge wiser and more grounded. The Stoics believed in this transformative power of pain, and Plato's wisdom reinforces the notion that suffering is a doorway to self-knowledge. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river, and he is not the same man. Heraclitus believed that life is in a constant state of flux, and pain is an inevitable part of that change. Instead of resisting it, the Stoics teach us to accept it as part of life's natural flow. Heraclitus' philosophy complements the Stoic idea, reminding us that pain is not a permanent state, but a part of the ever-changing river of existence. It is not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of their significance. After the storm of pain, peace follows. Epictetus reminds us that pain itself is neutral. It is our interpretation of it that causes suffering. When we change the way we see pain, when we no longer view it as something to fear, but as something to embrace, we find peace in the midst of it. The Stoic way is to master this interpretation. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Seneca believed that pain often arises from our obsession with what might happen in the future. When we learn to live in the present moment, even in the midst of pain, we find peace. The Stoics taught that by accepting each moment, no matter how painful, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and embrace true happiness. Difficulties are what show men's character. Therefore, when trouble comes, think of yourself as a wrestler whom God, like a trainer, has paired with a tough young man for his testing. For what is a wrestler without a worthy opponent? We should not seek to avoid pain, but to face it head-on. Epictetus teaches us that pain and hardship are what refine us, what strengthen our character. Like a wrestler tests his strength in the ring, we test our spirit against the trials life throws at us. For this life is but a journey, and every suffering a step along the path to enlightenment. The soul, through the endurance of pain, becomes purified, stronger, and more attuned to the divine. Plato saw life's difficulties as purifying forces that transform the soul. Pain, rather than something to be avoided, should be seen as part of the journey towards spiritual and philosophical enlightenment.
Pain is an inevitable part of life, but what the Stoics understood and what we must learn is that pain, when embraced, becomes a powerful tool for growth. It is through struggle that we build strength. It is through hardship that we develop resilience. And it is through pain that we gain wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. So, the next time pain enters your life, don't run from it. Instead, face it head-on. Learn from it, grow from it, because in embracing pain, you are embracing the path to true inner peace. Support this channel by liking, subscribing, sharing, and telling us in the comment section how you handled pain.